What's up, guys? BCD here, and over the weekend, something unexpected and surprising happened. I actually got a beta code for Black Ops 4 private beta. I did not pre-order this game due to the same reason I don't pre-order any Call of Duty games, the same thing every time. I'd rather give my money to Bungie for the same experience year after year. But what I was able to get was one of my friend's codes, so I was able to play it. That's where it got a little weird. I actually enjoyed the gameplay for once. Granted, it's still Call of Duty, but the lack of additional jumps and crazy map design, it really left the core experience of Call of Duty with some pretty great changes. Now, could they have just added these mechanics to Black Ops 3 to save us all some money? Yeah, they could have. But they didn't. So what's left for me to do is just go over the justification and pick apart the game as a whole, keeping the price tag in mind. But pretty much overall, I believe the beta was successful in showing off the changes and giving you a feel of what to expect. So first up is just, I'm going to go over a few categories: weapons, maps, kill streaks, pricing. So first up is pretty much weapons. I never felt that it was too much variation between weapons other than the magazine size, but I definitely feel it now when it comes to like aiming down sight, sprint speed, fall off damage, because it now has like some of that to a degree, fall off damage I mean. And they claim that you have to learn the gun recoil patterns, but I really didn't feel much of a presence in that regard. But what the game did do is give me some pretty tempting pros and cons between weapon types. Putting in work with a weapon and getting the next attachment felt rewarding, but that always has been. Giving all the weapons a look as of now, there were some weapons that stood out over others, but I feel like the balance between the weapon categories was in an okay spot, except for the sniper class, which is very annoying, but I think I hate snipers overall in any kind of game like this, so I'm a little biased. Next up is the maps. The maps that we were able to play felt pretty good in size and routes overall. The map seemed big enough to be just seconds away from the action without having to run a country mile. That's pretty much what I look for in any type of map. The most impressive thing I noticed was the ability to run different routes to get the jump on the enemy. Even if I would lose the situation, I would still try to see what they did to, get around me or to be able to get behind me in a different way. Overall, there was good maps and some okay maps, but nothing that was just unbearable in my opinion. I feel like all the maps had pretty good routes and decent maneuvering. Then I'm gonna go over kill streaks and perks. I feel like they dumbed down the kill streaks to not be very good. I was sending a attack chopper in and get 0 kills the entire time. Honestly, this is fine with me. I hated how the match will be decided on kill streaks and someone going on a good run. It helps keep the matches close and fun throughout. Plenty of time I see in other FPS games, the opposing team would get on a streak and the teammates would just start backing out left and right. Not saying that this can't be the case in the future, but during my 15 hours of the beta, there wasn't much of it. Now, the one thing I like about the grenades is the new cooldown design. They actually have it on a cooldown timer, so no more you can just come back to life and start spamming grenades as usual. I know these changes are small, but they all add up to a more balanced and cohesive game. I've never been able to get away from anyone in the Call of Duty games. Black Ops 4, I was actually able to do that, and they introduced that. So it's more so getting ready for more inclusive, non-lone wolf gameplay. You're not going to be the kill all be all, which you still can. I just feel like they want you to be more team efficient, which some more of my gameplay versus just being that lone wolf. I like being lone wolf sometimes, but I also like the option of being a team player. Finally, we'll just be going over the pricing and the package. Yeah, the biggest pinpoint for that is the story mode. I do not play story mode. I repeat, I do not play story mode in any Call of Duty game. But is it okay for them to take it out? No, I don't feel like it's still okay. Especially if you're not going to actually supplement it with anything. So what would have been a better idea from them would be to include everything at one price point and just drop the story mode. That would make me happy. Like, I don't have to worry about paying for a season pass or not having all the maps and the community split and all that garbage. But as usual, it's Activision being Activision. They feel like they're invincible, to be honest. So even though I really like the game a lot, and from the specialists to the maps, I still do not suggest paying the same for less. Zombies has always gotten heavy support after launch, and people pay for the pass. They don't have a story, so those resources and funds usually allocated there should have been went elsewhere. But if they didn't just want you to pay more, I mean, basically they just want you to pay more. So that's why I'm not going to support it. Why would I become invested in something that's not really invested in me or the community as a whole? I'm good on it. You can't expect people to pay more for something that's not up to snuff with shooters that's giving everything for free, like Fortnite, like Destiny just went to, where you get all the maps and everything for free. Maybe not all the best weapons and classes, but you still can play most of the stuff for free, which I think they should have adopted that model where they give you the maps and everything for free, but you pay for zombies or you pay for cosmetics, something outside of just making the core game different, or you paying for specialists or paying for it. It's just, I don't think that's right. The only other thing that I really can say about this, because I'm not going to pick it up just for that reason alone, is something that was, real interesting in the beta. It was real annoying. Is after I was spawned in, people were already killed. Like, I would be in a lobby as it was starting up, but my friend would start the match before, which would reset all my cooldowns. I had to actually pick who I wanted to play with, reset all my cooldowns, and then load in, and it'd be like 3 kills. I'm still just not getting in there. So it was kind of weird how they were matchmaking and how they were putting all the teams together. Hopefully all that stuff get fixed out. It was like textures not popping in, things like that, which I give them the benefit of the doubt because it's a beta, so I'm not going to hold them to it. But if they're going to be charging you $60 for essentially multiplayer, I would need it to be the best multiplayer I ever played then, right? And no bugs, none of that, dedicated servers, all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, to each his own. I still enjoyed the gameplay, so overall the game is still fun to me. I'm just not going to support that model of business at all, and I can pass on it because I got plenty of other things to play, and I got a lot less time to play it. So it's a hard pass for me, dog. Now, but that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this commentary, don't forget to like and subscribe. But as always, stay thirsty, my friend.